Thank you. Good morning, CSL. My name's Jake, and that's Yuri, that's James, that's Joe, and we're the 4 J's. And we're really excited for today. I say that every week, but I'm really excited today. I'm always excited, but this is going to be amazing. Please give it up for our amazing soloists today. I'm always so happy when they're here. Please give it up for Stephanie Ann Johnson.
In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been, more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. And the songs of my great grandmothers and the dreams of my great grandfathers and the way to rise beyond the pain all live in me. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. The smiles of all the unborn children and the dreams of a better day to come and the dance of heaven with the earth. I'll live in me. The land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. Been robbed and disgraced, abused and displaced, been lied to. The light can be seen through in the land. You can't fall from grace in the land. There's no hurt in this land. You're always at home. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am. In the land of I am more than I have been. I am more than I will be. I am all that I am.
Alrighty, take a deep breath as your heart rate comes back down to normal after that beat and that song. I am Reverend Don. I'm one of our staff ministers here, and my pronouns are he and him. And it's my pleasure to welcome each of you here this morning, online, and whenever you happen to click watch. Know that you are part of this center always, whether you're in person, watching online, or just checking it out on the recording. You are drawn into this energy of the I am, which is that ancient spiritual technology part of it that we teach as our foundation. We take great wisdom and make it work, apply it in daily life into the I am that each of us is living right here, right now, and day to day. So we invite you, if you like that idea, to maybe online, if you're local, you might come check us out. We don't bite, and we actually feed you a lot of times. So there's always snacks downstairs. So you get a little bonus for coming in person that you don't have to make your own coffee. Yeah, and so just saying, there's more than one reason to be here in person. Plus, you get to be in the energy of all these fine people. And so again, that's how a lot of us get here. We kind of check it out online and say, well, that looks like a safe place to go visit. And we do, and we find out it's a pretty nice place to visit. And then, like I did, and you find some place to volunteer. And the next thing you know, these are really nice people. And the next thing you know, you're doing more and more, and you don't always end up a minister, but you find your tribe, and you find how these principles work every day. Like for me, I teach practical applications of spiritual principles in business, which we call the Better Business Break, which happens to be this Tuesday on Zoom at noon. You can get more information online. Oh, you like that, putting that in? Yeah, see? And so, but we want spiritual principles to work. And that is taking that ancient wisdom which worked and applying it in today's environment we live in. And I've proven that in my own business. I invite you to join me on that one with mine on the BBB, or just ask me downstairs while we're having snacks. So again, that's part of the community that we're building. The other ancient principle I like to mention is prayer. It works. I put my prayer request in the back in the corner in the box every time I'm here, because I know our practitioners are going to take that prayer request and hold it in consciousness and apply the wisdom of the divine into supporting me in my journey. And I love having that support. And we're all, the practitioners, the ministers, we're here to support you online. There'll be a link later. Here in the round, you can always just grab, come, hey, Don, and just we'll talk. But again, we're grateful you're here. Enjoy the music this morning. It doesn't get any slower paced, and it's beautiful because I've heard it when they were rehearsing. So again, thank you for being here. And please, if you're close by, come check us out. And if you're not, we love you online, and there are a lot of ways to engage online. Just connect with us through the website. You can click a link, and there's be one online for you to click. And you can find out all the cool stuff that you can participate in. Again, thank you. And Stephanie Ann? No, we got to get a prayer. The other thing about prayer, sorry. Get excited.
All right. I'm Kathianne Lewis. My pronouns are she and her. And there's that I am that is the I am. That is beyond description, beyond a pigeonhole, beyond a box. So let's just take a deep breath in and move into that presence that we are, the great spiritual center, the holy fire. The place where we connect with something so much greater than ourselves. So prayer can be so many things. It can be beseeching, it could be pleading, it could be, I'm sorry, forgive me. It could be a whole lot of things. But prayer as we teach it is about connection, about intimacy, about allowing, about expressing and accepting. So this morning, let us start the day by moving into the heart of our heart, the spark of our soul, and asking, what is it that we want this day? And then express that, knowing that there is something that is connected to us, that is listening, that is receptive, that is giving, and then easily open to receive. And then move into a deep place of gratitude for all that will happen this service, this day, this week, this month. The essence of what we call prayer. And so it is.
Shame is a prison as cruel as the grave. Shame is a robber and he's come to take my name. Love is my power, lifting me up from the ground. Love is the power where my freedom song is found. And oh, grave, gonna hold my body down. And oh, grave, gonna hold my body down. Fear is the liar with a smooth and silver tongue. Fear is the tyrant, always telling me to run. Love is my power, love is my trumpet sound. Love is my weapon, gonna take my giants down. And oh, grave, gonna hold my body down. And oh, grave, gonna hold my body down. Shame is a prison as cruel as the grave. Shame is a robber and he has come to take my name. Love is my power, lifting me up from the ground. Love is my power, where my freedom song is found. And no grave, gotta hold my body down. And no grave, gonna hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, gonna rise up out of the ground. And ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. It ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. Yeah, it ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Stay right there. Oh yeah, great. Where's the... Okay, now, you know what we follow this with? Lift me up.
Yes.
Lift me up. Why? Because love lifts us up. I mean, come on. So we got to talk about this song. Don't you go anywhere, girl. You guys get ready. Because honestly, I've been with so many people in the 40 years of my ministry and still going, by the way, where they don't allow themselves to have a greater good. And when we really look at it, when I'm with them, and I'm by the way, I'm a poultice. I'm a poultice. What's inside of you that's rotten comes out around me. It's not a pretty description. I shouldn't put it on a card. Got something rotten, come to Kathianne. She'll pull it right out of you. But what happens, though, is when we're talking, there's always this thing, always, 3 of them. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. There's something wrong with me. The big 3, and that is caused by perhaps something before you were 5 years old, because most of you created your personality before 5. You did something, you were told you were wrong, you're bad, that's awful, and it's a little seed. And what covers that seed and becomes, let's just use it, let's just be graphic, just okay, pussy, therefore uncomfortable, is shame. How many even know you have one, even though you don't know what it is? It doesn't matter that you know what it is. See, you don't have to you can do therapy, but you don't have to. Just assume there's something in you that is keeping you from having your greater good, so that you get stuck in a grave of I can't. So let's sing that again. That little refrain. Just get rid of that shame. Come on. Like this is the pull.
Shame is the prison as cruel as the grave. Shame is a robber, and he's come to take my name. Love is my power, lifting me up from the ground. Love is my power, where my freedom song is found. Ain't no grave gonna hold my body down. It ain't no grave gonna hold my body down.
Because love lifts me up. Oh, I'm so excited. I just love that song. You are so good. Oh, yahoo. Okay, what are you doing Easter? Don't you think? Easter, what are you doing? Well, we whatever it takes. Because honestly, that is the Easter song. It's like, and because nature knows that. There's not a seed on earth that knows it can't come up through that crack in the cement. Really. There's not a weed on earth that doesn't know it can overcome the limitations of this 3-dimensional earth we're living on. So, I'm so excited. All right, so don't tell anybody that's coming for Easter. Just be surprised, okay? But you heard it here. This is not anything like my talk. This month we're talking about stories. And the title for today is The Never-Ending Story, because some stories are just never ending. They're just reinvented and given new names. For instance, Set killed his brother Osiris, which became Hamlet, which became the Lion King. Just one good story. One good story deserves a retelling, doesn't it? I'm actually kind of tired of never-ending stories. That's why I would really love for us to all just allow the Holy Spirit, because the Spirit knows how to do it, but we have to turn it over, to heal those things that keep us in the loop. And usually it is, at some level, somewhere in there, is a belief that I'm not good enough, there's something wrong with me, I did it wrong, I am wrong. There's a difference between making a mistake and being a mistake. It's perfectly okay to make a mistake because you're not it, you're just that which had it. Does it make sense? And besides that, you'd never learn if you didn't make a mistake. Really, how would you learn to balance while walking if you hadn't fallen down? Babies, we know they have to do that. But when we become adults, we're weird. So I'm just tired of, I'm tired of never-ending stories, which is the title for today, Never-Ending Stories, Never-Ending Stories. It's just the same old story. I have friends that it's the same old. Year after year, after decade, I've been around a while. I have one friend that I asked about an acquaintance. Luckily, I still have friends in Eugene, so I don't have to talk about you guys. Anyway, I have a friend in Eugene, and I asked about somebody else that we'd gone to high school with, and she said, they're the same as they always were. There's always something wrong. How many of you know somebody like that? You just know that the conversation is about what's going wrong. I have a relative, I love them deeply, and I'm tired of the struggle. Even when I help out, it's hard. I have another friend that is upset after upset. I was like, I can't believe, the odds of this much upset is astronomical. I wouldn't bet on it. But somehow she defies the odds. If it can't go wrong, it does. How many of you have friends like that? How many of you have friends that would think the same thing about you? Now it becomes silent. Ooh. See, we become blind to our own patterns. We don't know it's a pattern. We think it's a reality. And yet, we are influenced. We are influenced by our past, and we got so used to it, we think it's reality. And yet, there's just so much more going on. What story's happening? How many of you are aware that you sometimes live out your parents' story? Sometimes I wake up and I go, oh, I have become my stepfather. Not, you thought my mother, huh? No, my stepfather's like, ooh, how'd I do that? It's just weird stuff. So I've had a lot of patterns. I've had a pattern, and I'm breaking the pattern today. And it's really out there on the edge for me. I am on the edge. And Robert, you may not be happy when I tell you what I'm going to talk about. He's sat back there going, yay, Kathianne's on the edge, yay! Well, okay. I've had a pattern to not talk about astrology. See, you were surprised, huh? Even when I was a born-again Christian and I was a Mormon, I always thought the patterns of the universe were important because they're just stories. I've always thought that we belong to a greater something. And since God was everything, why wouldn't there be signs? Who do you think the wise men were? Astrologers. Not astronomers, astrologers. It's signs and omens. It's just signs and omens. But then, unfortunately, we take these signs and omens and then we make up stories about them, which are appropriate because most likely the story that you're to make up about it is what was supposed to happen anyway. The stars say something and then it pulls something out of you, and it'll pull different things out of everybody. I'm shocked that not every Aries is like me. Arnie. Anyway, Arnie's going, good, really good. But it's just a thing. I mean, how many of you have ever been told what your sign was and you go, yep, that's me? Because what it will do is it'll trigger what you know is true about you. It's just a trigger. If you look at it, it's just a trigger. It's like, yay. If you like the trigger, take the trigger. If you don't like the trigger, don't take the trigger. It's like any one of those things we take. How many of you have taken a personality thingy bobby? You know, I'm an INFJ, except the J is supposed to be easy to make decisions, and I waffle. So where's that? Do you see what I'm saying? How many of you know what, you were categorized? How many of you have been categorized as a promoter or a blah, blah, or blah, blah, and then you go, yeah, I'm that, but then you're not. But you can take what you like from that and say, I am this. In the land of I am, I'm a little of this, and I'm a little of that, I'm a little of this, and I'm a little of that, and I'm going to stir it up together, and I'm going to really like me. That's where you go. That's how you use it. I mean, I was told once that, it was going to be a really rough year for me financially. I don't know, something was in some house. And it was fighting with something else in another house. And so I just said, oh, no, not me and my God. And I manifested more unexpected money that year than I ever had. So you don't have to believe it. Well, I was really into astrology when I married my fourth husband. And we went to an astrologer to decide what day to get married so that we would have a really solid marriage, because this was my fourth husband. And she gave us a date. Oh, yeah, you get married on this date, you'll be together forever. That was my fourth husband. I have him on my fifth. So that date didn't work. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, I believed it until I didn't want to. But I love just pick stuff up. What do we do with the Bible? We take the verses that support who we say I am. I try to take verses out of the Bible that express more aliveness for myself and the planet and harm no one, including myself. I like those verses. And people have to look really hard to find other verses, by the way. Because fear not and God is love shows up a whole lot more than all the 3 verses about homosexuality. Does it make sense? You're just like, you're new here, aren't you? I'm a little adamant today and a little excited, but that's okay. Because I'm out on my edge. I've never talked about this before. And I'm just giving you permission to take it or not take it, whatever I'm going to say. But I am taking this as a win. If I like something, I'm going to run with it. Well, I found out something today that I think we should all be excited about. You want to know what it is about today that we should all be excited about? You want to know? Okay, all right. Where are the drummers when you need them? Drum roll. Neptune enters Aries today. You know, it's like, okay, we got, okay, and so what, and who cares, and okay, what's Neptune all about? Neptune is associated with dreams, illusions, spirituality, intuition, and mysticism in astrology. It governs creativity, imagination, and the subconscious mind. So it links it up with artists and visionaries and people who are drawn to the metaphysical world. Neptune's your planet, if you choose to. So the way that I look at it is, Neptune is a part of ourself. Just like there are 12, according to some mystic traditions, there's not 7 chakras, there's 12 powers in the body. There were 12 tribes of Israel. There were 12 months, and there are 12 aspects of, there were 12 in the Greek pantheon. There were 12 in the Egyptian pantheon. 12 is a big number, and 12 represents something, and could it be that all of those signs are just aspects of ourselves? So that when we go into our 12 powers, because some people have one power that comes out, but if you were really balanced and whole, all of your powers of zeal and faith and intuition and will and strength and order and love and the ability to speak, all of those things would be in you and you'd be integrated. Well, perhaps Neptune represents that intuitive nature within ourselves that we all have. And some of us are more in tune with that, and some of us aren't. So for those of you here, you might have a strong Neptune aspect of yourself, but you just don't know it because you're drawn to metaphysics. And then Neptune then becomes, if it's part of ourself, we can relate to it as ourself and create a really good story. Just like we can relate to Hamlet and create a really good story. We can, Romeo and Juliet and create a really good story. I mean, how many of you have had to move away from what your families thought? That's Romeo and Juliet. Yes, they were star-crossed lovers, but they had to leave what their families were about to explore that love. Didn't work out so well, but that was the story. So here's part of the story. Neptune, the planet of metaphysics, of intuition and spirituality, is moving into Aries. Now, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it represents a whole new chapter for individuality and the collective consciousness. How many of you would like a whole new story? Well, look at this. Guess what? You just got permission. You just got permission. This is like the new moon, the spring equinox, and the astrological new year, which is when Aries starts, all rolled up into one and then supercharged. Just think about it this way. I'm just giving you permission to stop the old story and start a new story. Anything will do. Neptune in Aries is about new beginnings and innovation, because Aries is the sign of action, courage, and pioneering spirit. With Neptune in Aries, there is a surge in innovative ideas, new movements, and a drive to break away from the past. Who wouldn't like to break away from the past? Okay. It's about collective and individual action and change. Now, why do we want that? We want that because Neptune has been in Pisces. Nothing against any Pisces in the room. But Neptune and Pisces, many people felt a strong connection to the unseen, leading to a rise of spiritual movements and practices. Didn't you see that in the last 15 years? Where it's no longer bad to say that you're spiritual. They got books on it. We got mindfulness magazines. We got Spirituality and Health. That's a magazine that I subscribe to. But here's the flip side. Now, just take this for a minute. The flip side of Neptune and Pisces is the blurred lines between reality and fantasy. This period saw an increase in misinformation, conspiracy theories, and confusion. Scandals and deception in politics and media became prevalent. Neptune and Pisces. But when it moves into bold Aries, there's a tendency to take spirituality and make it an action. Now, I'm just willing to take anything. What if spiritual people became more active? It's also supposedly when Neptune moves into Aries, there will be a renaissance of not only mysticism, but living a spiritual life in a practical way. It's expected to inspire people to own their source of spiritual authority, because Aries is individualistic. Instead of the collective, the church, and being told what to do, people are finding their spiritual nature, and they're living out of that. They're taking their own religious training back. In Christian mysticism, this would be called a holy fire or the coming of the Holy Ghost, if you wanted to do Christian mysticism. But it also calls for real-world activism. Real-world activism. Aries is bold and takes action. So I've always thought that spiritual people, and how many of you have heard me say this? Because I know I've said it many times, and some of you might not have been there when I said it, but I know I say it at least twice a year, and I've been around for a while. Spiritual people should be more interested in running for office. I've always said that. Why aren't spiritual people running for office? Why aren't people that care about other people running for office and standing up instead of, we vote, but what if people ran for office? I've been saying this for a long time. Do you know what the funny thing is? Yesterday I got a text, and I don't know who from. It was one of those, 499 numbers or whatever, you never know where it comes from. Would you like to run for political office in Snohomish County? Weird, no. Because I don't think it's real. But it just seemed like an odd thing to get. But maybe it's because I've been saying it for so long that finally the universe said, well, I'll call your bluff on that one. Let's just see what. But also, because Pisces is not necessarily always a sign that's known for action, instead it's a contemplator. Neptune and Pisces caused high anxiety. How many of you have noticed high anxiety lately? With going into Aries, they take that anxiety and you put it into action. That energy is moving people now. Spiritual, not religious people should be in office because guess who our founding fathers were? They were spiritual, not religious people. Our founding fathers were spiritual, not religious. That's why they wanted a separation of church and state. So if this was a character study, this study is about all of us knowing that we're spiritual, we're compassionate, we're intuitive, and we are a wonderful person. And yet sometimes in the past we've been anxious and worried and knowing that something's wrong and churning, but we didn't know what to do. Perhaps today things shift and we start to know what to do. And we start to take action about what to do. And there's so many people I know in this center who are taking action. There's a whole group of people that have put together programs for, spring into service. And they've taken the action to make it really easy for us to be of service. But the one I love the most is a young man named Marco. Marco is a teenager. And he noticed that one of his good friends was about to become homeless. And so he did a GoFundMe for that family so that they had the money to pay rent this month and not go homeless. That's what a young man did. One man saved a family from being homeless this month. Another woman, knowing that the mother had a hard time because English is not her first language and didn't know how to create a beautiful resume, even though she had background and experience, and so therefore she wasn't getting jobs. She and her husband took the time to help that woman, the mother of the young man, create a beautiful resume. And now that woman starts a job at a place that she loves with benefits and time off, and not having to work 14 hours, she works 8, all because two people decided that they could do something instead of saying, isn't this so bad? I don't care if you believe in astrology. I don't care if I do. But if this particular center becomes a center of action backed up and fueled with love, the world starts to shift. Enough wringing the hands, brothers and sisters. Take that energy, because this Aries says, Neptune's got our back. Let's make a difference. And so it is.
Still a child of God, oh, every day is a good day, and you're the reason why I'm so blessed, got this heartbeat in my chest, no, it doesn't matter about the rest, I've got you, Lord, I'm so blessed, got this heartbeat in my chest, no, it doesn't matter about the rest, I've got you, Lord, I'm so, hallelujah, I'm blessed.
All righty. Once again, it's a great song. Thank you so much. Oof, we are so blessed. Just take that. Oh, look at the screen behind me. Woo, baby. That's a blessing. The flowers blooming are a blessing. It's hard to drive anywhere and not go, ooh, wow, this is lovely. This is really great. All right, a few things that I want to tell you about today. Today, we are having our annual meeting at 12:30. For those of you who are here, you'll probably go get something to eat. It's on Zoom, and more information about that at the registration table. And please, all of you that are members that watch this virtually, I'd love to have you be a part of our meeting, our annual meeting, 12:30. And information about that and how to join will be on your screen. Then I am trying to always do one thing that will make the world a better place. Today I'm giving away wildflowers because I heard that if 1 million people planted a wildflower, all of our pollinators would have something to eat, brothers and sisters, okay? So If you get a little cup or something, and I'll give you some wildflowers, I invite you to just spread them around. My neighbors are going to be so surprised. Anyway, no, I'm not on their lawns. But we have a whole bunch of like wetlands and stuff that nobody's doing anything with, and I'm just helping. Yes, Kathy, and not Appleseed, Kathy Wildseed. Just call me Kathy Wildseed. And I'm willing to share these with anybody that wants to come up and have something to put these in. Also, I want to just go in. I want to go in some sort of order, and that is we're going to have this opportunity to be still. Be still and know God. Be still and know God. Most of the time, we chat and we know our problems. But we have a wonderful retreat called the Great I Am Deep Listening Meditation Retreat. It will be July 10th through the 13th. And what I love about this retreat is it's beautiful in January, but we don't go outside much. In July, we'll go outside with all of those acreages, with the stream and the paths and the trees and the everything. And it is so easy to listen to spirit when you're listening to nature. So I really encourage you to think about that. That will be July 10th through the 13th. That's a Thursday through Sunday. Then later on in the summer, a different type of retreat. In fact, it's actually a camp. And it's a fun camp. And it's a camp where you can be as spiritual as you want to be. There's classes, there's lots going on. Or you can play games all night and sleep all day. Everything's, and because there are people that do that, Dawn. I know, the night crowd. I've never seen them at their best because I usually go to bed before that, but I hear about it the next day. Anyway, they have a lot of fun, don't they, Brian? Yeah, who knows? Anyway, but also there's activities like pickleball and kayaking and all sorts of games, crafts, if that's your gig, or you can meditate and take spiritual classes. Everything is available to you. It's a smorgasbord of activities. I encourage you to look into that, and that is our Seebeck New Thought Summer Camp, and that's in later on in August. And then, I've said this before, and people have said this, and honestly, every time I say it, I do mean it. I do mean it. It just, things change. But honestly, I have not scheduled another Egypt retreat. They've asked me, and I have not scheduled anything in 2026. And so, if you've thought about Egypt, this might be the year to do it, because it is a life-changing event. It's not a tourist trip. You will see things you've never seen before, and everyone that goes comes back and says it's a trip of a lifetime. In stop. So those are the things I'd want to say. All of the information is available to you online with the wonderful, I'm not sure who's doing the chat hosting, but someone will help you know that if you're online on your screen. And for those of you that are in the building, someone is, I don't know if it's Caleb or Monica, will help you at the registration table. So those are my thoughts, and let's just take a deep breath and know that life is good, has always been, will always be. And all of the ways that you can give are on the screen behind me and on the screen that you're looking at. So you can do Venmo or text to give. Also, there's a QR code in the seat backs in front of you, if you'd like to just try that out. I found that's very simple sometimes. We also go the old-fashioned way and have envelopes that you can put cash in or a check or use your credit card. And those envelopes are in the seat backs in front of you. So let's just take a deep breath. Know that this is a sacred time. It's an important time where we let ourselves support the messages that support ourselves. It all cycles back on ourselves. And Janine, I think it's Janine's going to bring up the basket. And what we started after the pandemic is we just let people bring up their gift. And know that the gift is important. The gift is valued. just as the giver is important and valued, just as every person in this room is important and valued, and every person watching online is important and valued, because God only makes beauty, only makes goodness, and so it is.
Wow. Great service. My name is Joyce Bornikoff, and I'm a she/her here at the center. And I just want to say, if you have anything that's come up or you're grateful for and you want prayer support, we have a prayer circle that will be led over here by Susan Ribello. And in the back, we have Ray Ribello, who would be happy to do a mini prayer, or you take your prayer card in the back of the room. And for those of you online, you have your link that Sprite and Jane would be available after the service and would love to pray for you and be there to support you, and as well as submitting any prayer requests that you might want us to hold for you. We are here for you, and I'm grateful for that. So I move into just knowing this service is so blessed, knowing that we can choose in each and every moment to have a different story all the time, because it is all good. It's only opportunities for us to look deep within ourselves to see what it is we want to just throw back out into the universe and have the soil take it and make it good again. So I just know as we choose to be in that place of love, that we can let go of anything that doesn't look like it. I'm a blessing, you're a blessing, everyone's a blessing. Spread that blessing. Let it grow like the wildflowers everywhere, all around. I just claim that and know that for myself and for each and every one of you and all those online. For we are the love, the love, the love, and the blessing. And we are the action in the world right here and right now. And so it is.
All right, everybody, it's time for the closing sing-along. You all know the drill. Please rise as you're able. Please get up on stage and dance as you're able. And as usual, sing whether you're able to or not. Thank you very much. Joe, fired up back there. Let me clear my throat for a second, because apparently... 1, 2...